Hey there, y'all. Happy Friday to you. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm coming in today on my phone, so hopefully better sound. I got a microphone coming for the laptop. I like it better, but since the sound is a little wonky on that way, I'm going to wait and do it this way. I was only hesitating to do so because it eats up so much memory. And then you got to upload and do this, that, and the other, and then ditch it. And it's a hassle. But I felt this was important enough to do this way. So, going to be a little bit of a rant cast. So I hope you'll indulge me. I was going to do another subject, talk on a topic today, and I had my condition and I had my treatment today, and I was regrouping after. It was a late one. Things went awry, lots of patients, stuff like that. So I was going to maybe do something later today or tomorrow. But I heard about the interview that Biden was doing with George Stephanopoulos. And there was word around the campfire was there was going to be some aggressive questions. So I watched it. And I have some thoughts, as I'm sure many people do. What the heck is going on with the press these days? Am I the only one? I can't believe that I am. I am sure. And I know, I am almost positive, as I've had an interaction with other people today, that concur the legacy media is dropping the ball. So they're going to create a manufactured narrative of crisis. Biden's age, Biden's age, Biden's age. Where's the crisis? Show me the crisis. He had a bad night. I'm not justifying. I'm not excusing. We all saw. Even if you didn't watch, you saw the clips. Go back to my first video. Went through this. Yeah, he had a bad night. And the narrative instantly got manufactured and the crisis created it. And I am sick to death of the legacy media. I'm not saying all. By no means am I saying all. There's some still people out there on the side of right doing what they're supposed to do. Inform the public with the facts and not the slanted narrative they want to feed you. Journalism. There's 5 points. Do you know what those 5 points are? I will enlighten you. Who, what, why, when, how. Those are the 5 points in journalism. Who, what, when, where, how. Those are your questions. Those are your points that you need to hit. If you want to dig deeper, if you want to delve, absolutely. You know, one thing leads to another, A to B to C. But those are the points. And you report the facts. I don't know about y'all, but I have seen a drastic slant in legacy media. New York Times, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, shame on you. You know better. Get right. It's no wonder people don't want to deal with you no more. Like I said in my first video, I refreshed New York Times, every other story, every hour, Biden's age, Biden's age. You're creating a false, manufactured narrative. You are creating a crisis. You want to go in and interview somebody, you want aggressive questions? Go ahead. But there's a point you step across the line and you just poking the bear on purpose. Yeah, I watched it. I heard a couple questions that were the same question reframed and in such a negative and derogatory connotation attached to it. I don't know if y'all caught that vibe, but I did. As if somehow the president sitting in front of George Stephanopoulos was somehow ill-equipped to even answer his questions. Come on now. It felt very set-up-y, if you really want to get down to brass tacks. Very set up. Very manufactured outcome. Legacy media. Oh, get your shit right. We, as consumers, come to you for a sole purpose. Who, what, when, where, why. Facts. Facts, people. I don't want your leaning. I don't want your agenda. I want to hear the news as it is, not how you want it to be. I am so getting tired of it. I think we all are so tired of it because they are part of the chaos machine. Do you remember back in the day? You can go older if you want. Walter Cronkite. I mean, I kind of grew up with, Dan Rather. Oh, God, where are you? Sam Donaldson. Tom Brokaw. Diane Sawyer. Those kind of things. Barbara Walters. That was my era. You come in, the nightly news, y'all sit around the table, eat, listen to your news. You got your news, you got your late night news. Got what you needed. Points A, B, C. Done. Now with this 24-hour, 7 days a week, 365, it's just constant. And I know they got to make their bank. Clickbait, get that headline. But damn, just damn. I've seen it. They have become entertainment too. Free press. I am all about the free press. I am about independent journalism. Because those are the only ones getting it done. ProPublica and whatnot. Come on. Real stuff in the real world. Not this manufactured garbage. I am so disgusted with it. If you are, please say so. Because I think we as the public are all tired. And you've got this constant, as I described before in my first video, this mind-numbing, this constant just overflow of information. And we live in a content era. Okay, look here, I'm making content. I get it. But everybody's grasping for that straw. Get that money, all that. I know they got to pay their people. I get it. But I want to go back to just regular old plain news. I want to hear the facts. I don't want your agenda. I don't want your slant. I don't want you projecting what you think we should think, how we should view it. No, tell it like it is, not how you want it to be. And I was very, again, I was very unsatisfied with the structure. Kind of like the debate, the structure, the functionality of it. Set up to fail. If that was supposed to make him look good, I mean, he seemed sound. He seemed fine. And you put him on this defense with this whole negative connotation to it. Oh, people are saying. And I loved his mic drop at the end. Yeah, the press are saying. There's your fucking answer. Who's saying? The press saying. So it makes other people say it. Or think about it. Or talk about it. Excuse me. This is not promotion. Just my favorite. Liquid Death. It's a little bubbly. Not promoted. Just my preference. Perrier too is the bomb. Anyway, it just really it inflames me and enrages me that this is where we are. Remember in my first video, I mentioned the Gish Gallop. You know, it's that unleashing of all the lies, and it's so constant. It's a steamroll that nobody, you, me, I don't care if you're the best politician on the darn planet, you stand next to DJT when he's doing all that, you're going to be like, what the F2? You're going to be so overwhelmed in trying to process and frame that narrative and how to respond and fit it all in the time you have. But we've been dealing with that for years. When they turned this into a horse race. And it ain't a horse race. But let me give you a horse race analogy. Your horse starts the race. Get halfway through. Your horse doing bad. You gonna pull that horse and put another one in? Well, you're still gonna lose the race. Duh. No different with presidential campaigns. You try to pull your candidate middle of the game, you're gonna lose. LBJ, people. How'd we get Nixon? Go look it up. Go look it up. That's what happened. Like them or not. I mean, come on. They're manufacturing a crisis. He's 81. Clutch your pearls like you didn't know. Oh, get over yourself. Jesus criminy. It seriously, it is so, I said rant. It just rubs me the wrong way because I've seen how the media has fallen. And then they wonder why. And they blame social media. Social media opened it up to people who otherwise, like myself, would not have a voice out there. It gave people opportunity. That means they need to raise their game. This is not raising their game by creating a crisis and manufacturing a narrative. That's just playing dirty to get the clicks, to get the money, to get the engagement. And I, for one, am disgusted with it. I don't know about y'all, but it just shows a level of this downslide that I'm not surprised. Again, we've seen it coming. But the legacy media is also creating that fire hose of constant bombardment. Again, to numb you, to lull you. So that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And then you just become accepting and you become obedient and compliant. That word obedience. Let that word simmer around your head a minute. Think about that word. Words matter, people. I always yell. It's kind of funny when people, use their words wrong. Like I go, use your words. Or they use it out of context. And I know somebody's going to watch one of my other videos or my other video and go, oh, democracy. We have a democracy. We don't have a republic. Or we don't have a democracy. We have a republic. Shush. Shush. Know your words. Use your words. I did shorthand for democracy. I know we are a constitutional democratic republic. Duh. What do they all mean? I know. Do you know? Those who would say that. I'll go with Heather Koch Richardson's, little exasperation on that. Oh, there's a difference. No, it's like saying you have a dog. No, I have a dog. You have a golden retriever. Or how did she say it? No, I don't have a dog. I have a golden retriever. They're all a dog. Republic is a form of democracy. There's different kinds of democracy. We have a constitutional republic. If we had full-on democracy, that would mean everybody vote on everything all the time. We cannot do that. So we elect people to represent us. That is the republic part. The constitutionality of it is the laws and the framework of which we work under. There. Boom. Easy. Come on, people. Or how I said, people like to, behave a certain way or whatever. And I'm meaning the people who know who they are. I'm not saying everybody. Like I said, legacy media. There's not everybody. We know that. I'm speaking in a generalization because we all get the gist. We know who's who. Those in legacy media that are trying to tear it down, you know who you are. It's the doom loop. 2016. Hillary, but her emails. Haven't we seen this before? And look how that turned out. People, be smarter. Don't buy the BS. It is a manufactured narrative. We know Biden's old. We know Trump's old. And that's the other thing. Oh, he didn't agree to an interview. Again, if you're going to poke one bear, you best poke the other one. Why aren't you, what's his policy? Oh, what's the latest? He's backing off on the abortion ban stuff, and he don't want that in the platform because he don't want to be responsible. And finally, he got Republican pushback because that's who they are. They want what they want. They don't consider it health care. And he don't want to be associated with it. He don't want that pinned on him. He don't want to have to answer to that. That's cowardice. But I'm digressing, so that'll be another time. I'm just very upset with this, that it has come to gotcha kind of situations with people in authority. That's what it seemed like to me, a gotcha. A setup. And the vibe, it wasn't good. I mean, Biden was fine. Like he said, do you see my schedule? I take a cognitive test every day. Yeah. I'm sure he does. He's got a lot on his plate. We wouldn't want that. Not in a million years. And I'm just so sick of the framing. Just give me the news. We've seen the decline. And like I said, with that whole Hillary but her emails. And look at that catastrophe. When it was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Is that where we are again? We're going to create this crisis and it be absolutely nothing. Think smarter, not harder, people. As I said before, one purpose. And don't let them frame the narrative. It really disgusts me because we are sitting with a lot of broken things right now. And this is the thing that they're choosing, the hill they're going to die on. Do you not see the agenda? I just can't get it. Because I think it really got me when Stephanopoulos said to him, oh, but people are saying, you're in this bubble and, you're not hearing from the outside and all that stuff. Hey, press. Hey, George. Aren't y'all in your own little bubble too? Pot calling the kettle black a little bit, don't you think? Because y'all don't seem to see the forest for the trees. I mean, it kind of is like you don't understand of the doom loop you are creating. And that is of your own making. Your manufacturing. Again, that's the hill you want to die on? Because you don't see what's coming for you? Like it ain't gonna touch you? You need to get on the side of right. That free press is in the Constitution, so you get to speak. So you better be responsible about it. You know, people that say the government is broken. Again, I'll go back. Yeah, there's a lot of broken stuff. We know this. Look at our Supreme Court. Look at the federal courts. Yeah, look, we could go down a litany, a list, a mile long of stuff that's broken. But the people screaming about the broken stuff, are usually from within and from without, are the ones wielding the hammer. And then going, look, it's broken. But they're the ones doing the breaking. You see how they do that? You notice that? It's kind of like those people who get up and go, elites, elites, elites. Oh, the radicals, the elites, they're, all this, that, and the other. Well, the same people spouting that, guess what they are? They're elites. Rich, white, privileged men with Ivy League backgrounds who take any knowledge they have and are trying to shove it on you for control and lord their knowledge on you. That is elite. Pot calling the kettle black again. I got knowledge. I don't have college education, but I got knowledge about me. Am I elite? I didn't get it from some privilege. I didn't get some legacy and mission into some highfalutin college. And I don't take that knowledge or that stature and lord it over anybody. That's when you become elite, when you get snobby like that. I know a lot of people from Ivy League colleges. They're just fine, good down-to-earth people. It's when you take that and you wrap it in this hubris and vanity and ego. That's your elite. And the ones screaming the elitism are the freaking elite. Donald Trump is the fucking elite. Billionaire. Begging for your money. Whether he be a billionaire or not, we can see about that. But if he got so much money and he's so good, why is he asking for yours? Answer your own question. He shouldn't need it. I mean, the respectability of the presidency has fallen. Why? Because you got one candidate out there who peddles merch. Really? The presidency is a job that we hire an adult in the room to do. Governance is a job. It is not entertainment. This is not pro wrestling. This is not your daytime soap operas. It's a job. When we have turned it into entertainment along with the press, that is a problem. This is not pay-per-view. You want your entertainment? Go watch your wrestling. Go watch your daytime soaps. Go watch your programs. But government is a different animal, and we have turned it into entertainment, which it is not. That's why when we need adults in the room, we get a circus. People wielding the sledgehammer, doing the breaking. People screaming about this and screaming about that, when they are the very ones projecting their faults and their issues that they themselves carry onto others that are not. Every accusation is an admission. And I am so tired of it. I just really am. That's all. I mean, I just want to go on that little rant there. I just think the legacy media needs to get it together. Yeah, I know a few of those moneyed interests own everything. But still, the hill you're going to die on is throwing our country to the wolves. And you don't think you ain't going to be on the ground and the wolves eating you? You best think again. When this country dies and the Constitution is ripped. I mean, it's ripped up now, as I said before. This administration is the only thing holding it together. Because we have law-abiding people in there. Good people. Were we to have somebody of questionable character, it's game over. Think that free press is going to be free anymore? What's Russia got? State-run media. What's Hungary got? State-run media. What's China got? State-run media. What's North Korea got? State-run media. You see? A to B to C, people. This is not alarmist. This is not overreaction. This is where we are. And they are not holding up their end of the bargain. Everything in the Constitution, all the laws we live by, that comes with a responsibility of the person that is participating to honor those as well. From citizenry to legislative bodies. I'm tired. Treatment day. It's hard sometimes. You know, from the very bottom to the very top, we all have a responsibility to honor that Constitution that we live under. And I am tired of seeing the chaos agents create issues to, I don't know, I guess make their bank. It just baffles me. I don't I don't see the point. I really don't. And when, like I said, we know he's 81. DJT 78, 79. They're old. I'll be kind. You know, it's not ideal. It's not really what the general public wants. We would like something new, something different, maybe better. But you know what, too? Grass ain't always greener on the other side, folks. We all know that one. We've all went on that. Ooh, greener pastures. Found out it turned it. Yeah, there was sod over top the quicksand. We found out real quick. Sometimes sticking with the old horse does you the best for the long haul. Because they may not have quite the stamina, but they have the will. You know, they might be a little slower, might plod along a little less peppy than they used to. But they got their default setting, and it's keep going. Steady pace. And sometimes that's the best. It's like the frog. It's not the frog, it's the rabbit and the turtle. Isn't that what it is? And the turtle still makes it over the finish line. You know what I mean? You get where I'm coming from. Sometimes those old horses are better. All the old horses we ever had, we loved. So, I'm just making a point. Yeah, we all walked in. You know, so this we know he's older. Would we like different options? Well, maybe next time. But we got to get to next time. You know, and I don't see the press pounding DJT. I do not. What about all his lies? What about his fire hose of fuckery? What about his little truth bombs he dropped in there that are questionable? Why aren't they pounding him? Project 2025, all that. Why? Why aren't they poking that bear like that? It's the inequality of it all. I don't like. I am about fairness. And it seems very biased and prejudicial, in my view. It's just, you know, one of those things. I get a little rowdy about when something just sparks that energy. Like, what? And again, are we here? You know, they need to do better. Legacy media, seriously. It's such a shambles at this point. And we as the consumers are stuck having this thrown at us all the time. And it's no wonder a lot of people do delve off into more independent journalism or more independent creators of content that will give you the straight up and not all this BS. I'm not saying that his age isn't an issue to address. I'm saying don't make a freaking crisis out of it and start clutching your pearls. Not like you didn't know. Don't act like it's new. Work with what you got. When you work with what you got, that creates the opportunity to expand. Good gracious. That's all. I just wish more legacy media would get on the ball and stop dropping it. Because when blame goes around, fingers are going to be pointed that way. Remember, when you point a finger, there's 3 pointing back at yourself too. And them thinking they are the authority and all those pundits. Oh, please, just stop. Just stop. Do you know what pundit means? Somebody who is an authority of, a certain knowledge or a certain subject. They are an authority. Kind of like an expert. How many of them people you see jawing on the TV? On the, shows and whatnot. How expert? I mean, you got a few of them in there. You got the strict scrutiny ladies. You got Heather Cox Richardson. You got, people who, Michael Steele. He's run the RNC and stuff like that. You got people who know the game or know their subjects. Ellen Mastall, Dahlia Lithwick, stuff like that. They know. They're. But then you've got, this, pollster who works here and there. And then you've got other people just jawing away. That's like, who are you? And what are you saying? And all this polling stuff. Doesn't that scare you? Doesn't that scare you? The polling is slanted too. This ain't what it used to be. And look at the respondents. What's the breakdown of the pool of the people you're asking? What's their age? Where they live? What's their, you can ask a million questions about who is in this pool of maybe 1,000, 2,000 people they ask. 2,000 people do not a 330 million people population equate. Those 200, those 2,000 people represent the rest of us? I beg to differ. Oh, I highly beg to differ. Go door to door knocking at people and asking them the question. And it's not even the question. It's how you asking it. What is the framework? What is the structure of your question? Is it loaded? Is it booby trapped? Look at the questions. How many of them are? Have you ever taken a poll for anything? Politics, whatnot, anything. How many of the questions are very slanted when you read them? They have an angle. They're loaded. I hate those. And they only give you this multiple choice of certain things that they don't, what you think does not fall into that prism that they give you. Because there's more. But they don't give you those options. Again, they say, the polls say, what questions did your poll ask? And who did you ask? What's the breakdown of the data? These are questions we, as the consumers of this content, have a right to know. What is your questions? What options did you give them to choose? Think about these things, people. Is when this legacy media wants to throw out its latest crisis chaos mechanism, don't take the bait. That's what they want you to do. Don't take the bait. Just turn it off and find somewhere better to get the information you need. Okay, well, it's late on a Friday evening. I hope everyone has a good weekend. I will be back with the original content that I was going to post. Maybe tomorrow sometime or the next day, something like that. this weekend sometime. I'll be back around. I'm going to sit down with my Liquid Death, watch me some House Sparks, and meditate a little bit for some relaxation and peace. So, peace out, y'all. Stay thoughtful, stay inquisitive, stay curious, and don't take the bait. See you, bye.